Welcome back everyone to another episode of Vegetarian Cooking with JJ. In this week's episode, I'm making some vegan deviled eggs. Of course, the yolk is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to if you do still consume chicken eggs. And I'm going to be using an ingredient that's popular in the vegan world. It's called Agar Agar. I've used it in some of my other videos as well. I'll try to find them for you and pop the links down below. I'm really excited to get started on this recipe and try these vegan deviled eggs in the end. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! For our vegan deviled eggs, I'm going to be using our Wildwood brand organic Silken tofu. I've drained it. You don't have to overdo it because we do need some liquid for the cooking element for the Agar Agar. So I have 2 packages of this wonderful Silken tofu here, all drained. And here's what I'm going to be blending up with it. We have our Kala Namak, which is our black salt. It gives it that eggy flavor. And that is 1 teaspoon plus a 1/4 teaspoon. And then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of our black garlic powder. And then we have 1 teaspoon of our onion powder. And we have a 1/4 teaspoon of our pink Himalayan salt. As for the agar, I'm using 2 teaspoons worth to account for the 2 blocks of tofu. I'll also be using a 3/4 cups worth of our vegan milk. You can use a vegan milk of your choice. So we'll pop in our 2 blocks of Silken tofu. Here we go. Slippery. Just dump it all in. There we go. Make sure that's tight. Add the agar as well. We're going to be cooking this up, but first we had to blend it up. There we go. Looks like it's blended nicely, so now we can pour it into our pot. Here we go. You can see it's all liquefied. We want to heat this up because that's what activates the agar's gelling properties. You want to bring it to a boil. It's come to a boil. I've reduced the heat and we're just going to simmer it for a few minutes. We don't want to overdo it, otherwise it's going to gel too soon. We want to get it in the molds first. And by the way, I tried to find the egg-shaped ones, but I could not, so I'm just using a simple muffin pan / cupcake pan, whatever you want to call it. I've been whisking it gently, not vigorously, just to break up any bubbles as much as possible. Okay, I've removed it from the heat. Just gonna give it a couple more stirs here. Now we're going to fill this up. Move this over here. Now we'll fill our muffin pan / cupcake pan. Trying to have an even distribution here. I've oiled it a little bit. We're working quickly, as quickly as we possibly can. Messes are all part of the fun. We have another pan. Fill them all up here. I have our sweet potatoes here and I'm just going to peel them. Have our bowl here to collect all the peels. And those peels can go in our soup stock bag in the freezer. It's very convenient to have a soup stock bag to make your own veggie stock for different soups, and the stock can be used for sauces. Woo! We're just going to cut our sweet potato into more manageable pieces for boiling. Here's our cut up sweet potatoes. We'll set our stovetop to medium and get our pot of water to a boil. So it's time to put in our sweet potato, add some salt, stir it up a little. Now our sweet potatoes are soft for mashing. I've drained our sweet potatoes and now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and some freshly ground black pepper, about a 1/4 teaspoon or so. We'll just sprinkle it in, adding 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of earth balance, a couple tablespoons of vegan milk, just to get some moistures here. We'll be using our fresh dill here for some garnish. Just trim a little bit. I cut some lemon wedges here, and we have some slices of cooked beet. So here I have the piping bag, and I'm just gonna fill it up with our sweet potato mash. Trying not to make a mess. Of course, this is cooled off. You want to be sure of that. Woo! Don't make a mess. Need to keep it under control here. Get it all in. That will be good enough for now. This is a type of attachment we're using. Sprinkle on some paprika gently. Dust it on. Squeeze on some lemon. Our dill, add our dill. Add some beets. A pickle here. Add some olives. I used garlic flowers in my previous video, and these will be nice with our vegan egg here. I'm just gonna add a touch of it here. You can add as much as you like. And I'm adding a lemon wedge. You may also like to enjoy some baguette with some baba ganoush or other topping of your choosing. It's that time again, everyone. I get to try our delicious vegan deviled eggs, along with all the other stuff, of course. I thought it was a good choice to pipe on that sweet potato. Looks nice. I love the touch with the garlic flowers and the fresh dill. And sprinkling of paprika is really nice as well. We have our eggy flavor, of course. Now the yolk part, I chose to do the sweet potato, so it's going to be different, of course, than your traditional chicken egg yolk, but it's really nice like this. That citrusy touch with the lemon juice is highly recommended. I'm using a fork because I don't want to get too messy. I'm getting messy enough as it is on the regular basis. And if you don't end up using these just to eat on their own, you can always pop them into a sandwich. You may also like to put them on top of your vegan bowl. Great idea. So there you have it, everyone, another wonderful recipe to add to your recipe booklets. And remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell notification icon so you don't miss a single video. There's going to be a new video popping up every Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern, so you don't want to miss it. This is JJ signing off, keeping things interesting in my kitchen and in yours. Bon appetit.